Yes, welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM here on a Friday night here in Melbourne, because let's go to our friends there in Queensland in particular, and of course speak to one of my favourite teams up there in Queensland. That is the Coorparoo Women's Football Team. They are the defending champions at the moment, because they'll be resuming. Luckily for them, they're resuming their footy this weekend, because they play Aspen Road on the weekend. Of course, we've got 6 very special guest joins right now to tell us all about it. Thanks, all you, for joining us.
No worries.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I'll get each of you to introduce yourselves and tell us what position well, especially for our Queensland listeners, we'll be able to see you on the field on game day this weekend.
My name is Abby Reynolds, and I'll be playing fullback, so in the back line representing.
All right, I'm Ari, and I will be playing through the back line as well.
I'm Charlotte. I'll be playing in the backs as well alongside Ari.
All right, I'm Macy Brown. I'll be playing in the midfield and possibly the wing.
I'm Kelsey. I'll be playing full forward.
My name's Ella. I'll be playing in the forward in our Coorparoo practice match because I'm out because of injury. So, yeah.
Obviously, it's been a long time since round 3 of footy for yourselves. I guess, how's it been like? You know, you had pre-season, you played 3 games, and then you're off for a couple of months, and now you're finally back at footy. How strange has this year been for the team?
It's, well, just like personally for me, I think it's been a huge kind of, it's just hit everyone differently. You know, there's a lot of girls that have been really struggling without footy. I know I've been without having kind of that outlet, but also just being around your mates, just that kind of simple mateship has been really hard. But getting back into training, you know, the last couple of weeks been in training, it's been great energy, great to see everyone. I know that tomorrow is going to be a really awesome day, not just like for the footy club, but just like for everyone together.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah, I was going to say, I would say the same thing. Like that first week when we all came back, just the energy at the club was crazy. Even though we were split up and we weren't in full groups, it was still good to see so many of our mates and whatnot.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I'd call it fun, but it's been good having 2 pre-seasons. We've been smashed twice, but I think we're ready to go because of it, so it should be good.
Yeah. I wouldn't call the last 4 weeks of running fun at all, Ari.
No.
Working off those 5 kilos that COVID kindly gave me. Thank you.
I think the breaks definitely brought us all together more as a club, because we've had to find ways outside the club to get together and stuff, and I really think that the break has really helped us to get better as a club and better as a team.
Now, obviously, as I mentioned, you're the title defenders obviously the defending champions at the moment. How's it been like for the first 3 games before you had to go into lockdown?
I think we only got 1 win under our belt, so we had a bit of a slow start. So maybe the break came at a good time for us. So yeah, we can get focused back on defending. We call them dangles. We're going for a double dangle up here. I think it's a Queensland thing, isn't it? Calling them dangles.
Danglies.
Yeah.
Yeah, danglies. Yeah. So yeah, the first 3 weeks, the first 3 weeks are always hard in any season. So it's kind of, now we've had that break, you kind of don't get, I suppose, that little bit of warm up into playing your game and finding your routine. We kind of now have to hit the ground running and not kind of take our time to get into our strides, I suppose.
Now, at the moment, of course, you do play Asprey at Graham Road on Saturday. Of course, they're struggling as well. They're 9-3 at the bottom. I guess, how are you going to approach the game on the weekend?
We can't, obviously, they are 9-3 at the bottom, but, you know, we're still going to give them the same respect that we would any team, whether they were top or the bottom of the ladder. Obviously, it's going to be an interesting game because we are coming back out of, you know, a couple months of doing absolutely nothing and only having about 4 weeks to get back into match fitness. So I don't, you know, anything could happen on the weekend. I know we're all ready as we can be. And again, we got smashed in the last couple of weeks. So we have been trying to build up that fitness as quickly as possible. But I reckon that there'll be some surprises, I reckon, on the weekend, you know, from both sides.
Now, I'm going to talk to the 3 youth players that came up this year into the senior team. Tell us how different has it been this year compared to last year, going from youth girls into the senior team?
I think it's a very big step up from under 17s. Like, obviously, when you play under 17s, like, it's more about the fun aspect of footy and, like, learning the skills and stuff. And then as you go up to women's, it's, like, straight into, like, you should know your skills down pat. You should be ready to go. Like, just a more higher atmosphere up in the women's space, which I think is good. Like, gives you that time to, like, build your skills up in the junior time, so then when you're ready for women's, like, you're ready to just get straight into it.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. And just being around other higher level players like Emma Zilks and all that, like Jessica Bushnell and whatnot, it really does. It's a whole nother level, but it's good. It's exciting.
Yeah, moving up from under 17s to seniors, like, it was like a lot better. You get to feed off the high level of footy and really be able to test yourself and make yourself improve because you're around better people and they all want to be there. Yeah.
Now, I'm going to speak to the 3 players that were in last year's Premiership team for Coorparoo. I guess for all 3, and you all mentioned you're in the back line playing tomorrow. I guess tell us, how special to have these 3 amazing youth players coming into the team.
That's Ari's. Ari, you answer that. You got to coach some of them, so.
Oh, great. I think it's awesome to have them. Like, Macy was actually lucky enough to play in the grand final winning side already last year. So she's had a bit of a taste. But it's, great to see the young talent coming through, fresh legs, fresh perspective. And I know the girls love having the young ones, so we're really looking forward to it.
Now, tell us a bit about last year's grand final. And I guess, obviously winning another premiership. I guess, was last year's the best one?
Was it the first one that we've all been involved in, guys? A winning one?
Yeah, that was my second. The first one I won was under 17s back, 4 years ago. But other than that was my first senior premiership, and that was huge, especially even though I'd only been in the side 2 years. That was the 3rd year that the QAFL team had actually been in the grand final. So it was huge energies. Most of the girls had been there. I'd, lost one in the team the previous year. So it was kind of, we were all there. We'd all experienced it. We were all just ready to hit it. It was almost like another game. The atmosphere was it's just footy. It's just another game of footy. Let's just go out there. Let's hit it out. And it was awesome to come away with that win. And
we did not expect the game to go like it did. We didn't expect, I suppose, to blow them out of the water. It was kind of surreal almost being on the field playing that game, and everything just went how we thought it would, and everything just went our way. And it was kind of a bit like you were watching yourself from above and couldn't really believe that was happening, actually.
Yeah, definitely.
And the energy from the crowd was crazy. Like, just having everyone there, like, and all the boys players as well, everyone was going off. It was so good.
Now, obviously, when I last saw Coorparoo play was 2015 or 16 when they won the premiership, funny enough, against Coolangatta. Obviously, last year's grand final was against another Gold Coast team in Bon Uni. I guess, tell us, do you have a bit of a rivalry with the Gold Coasters down there?
We do after last year.
we do after the banner that we made for grand final, probably, and calling them
Yeah.
baby sharks. But yeah. I don't know. I suppose Ari's been around Coorparoo for the longest, so she'd probably know the rivalry better than any of us.
Yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't say we have a rivalry with the Gold Coast clubs. They've definitely been in good form recently. I think Cooley's going to be the team to beat this season, apart from us, of course. But I think, yeah, I wouldn't say there's a huge rivalry with the Gold Coast clubs specifically. Yeah.
Now, how did all you get involved in footy, and why did you choose it?
Okay. I'll start because I kicked off earlier. I grew up in Western Australia, so I grew up watching footy and following footy and always loving AFL. Obviously, my family's sports obsessed, so I only started playing 3.5 years ago now. So I don't know. I played hockey for 18 years before that, and I just wanted to give something else a go. And that was just when AFLW had kind of kicked off. So it was, I suppose, the hot sport to kind of play. So I just wanted to play. So that's why.
All right. I have 3 brothers, so they've always played footy, and I guess I always wanted to. It wasn't until I was 18 that I decided to start a team, an under-18s team, because I also love footy. And then, kicked that off with Alex Hills. Didn't quite have the numbers, so joined with Coorparoo. And then the following year, I had to move up to women's, which is when the Coorparoo Women's Team started. And then I just, play because I love it. It's so much fun.
My dad actually used to play. So when I was little, because I'm the eldest, so I was always at his games. So I was always had a footy in my hand younger, but I didn't really start playing until during high school. And I think it was grade 12 was when I joined club, and it was Coorparoo, and I've just been here ever since. Basically, I absolutely love the sport.
Yeah, that was the same for me, really. I didn't have anything really to do much with AFL. I come from like an NRL family, and it wasn't until high school I had a few school games, and then I just loved it, wanted to join a team and get my hands on a footy. So yeah.
Yeah, that's the same with me. Came from a soccer and rugby league background, then played a couple of school games, and one of the teachers said, "Oh, you're really good. We reckon you should join a club," and then joined Coorparoo and just love the atmosphere.
Yeah, I grew up in a family who was big on Brisbane Lions, so I always grew up knowing the game, and my dad played, but I never played as a kid because I knew that there wasn't a girls' team. So I grew up playing softball, and then I was at 15, and we played it at school and got a black eye and knocked out tooth, and I was like, yeah, I want to play this game. So I went and played for a club that was closer to where I live, but then it didn't have a women's team, so I moved to Coorparoo, and I've been here since last year, so pretty happy.
Now, I know I'm going to ask the most silliest question because I think I know what the answer is for most of you, which is, what is the highlight throughout all your footy journeys?
For me, winning the Premiership, was really it was really amazing. For me though, because I'm a bit older, I'm the oldest one in the team. So for me, it's actually still being able to play at that QAFL level at my age is pretty good highlight for myself. But the Premiership obviously takes the cake. Oh yeah, Skipper. Shush.
Some credit.
For me, it still would be our 2013 grand final win. So that was our first year as a women's team, and we were down by 30 points at halftime, hadn't kicked a goal, and then we just came out. Emma Zilke kicked a goal probably a minute before the siren, got us up by 2 points, and we got the win. That still, gives me goosebumps.
I remember that video. She shares it with us when she's trying to pump us up for a big finals game.
Classic Zilks.
Like Abby, like obviously a premiership, there's nothing like winning a premiership. You know, the feeling of after that game, the sweat and the blood and the tears that went into it. But in terms of last season, like I think just the way we worked up to that premiership was almost better than the premiership, because if you'd asked me at round 7 last season that we were winning the premiership that year, I would not have believed you. That's how just choppy our season really was last year. You know, it was only our last 4 rounds that we just did not stop. You know, we just kept pushing and pushing. That got us to that grand final in the first place. Just the amount of effort and pure heart and that all the girls put in, that was probably the best feeling, was more getting into the grand final rather than actually winning it.
Yeah.
That previous game against Bonn, probably Shah, where we scraped in. If we didn't win that game,
that
we
last
only
2
won.
minutes, yeah.
Won in
awesome.
the last 2 minutes by 4 points, and that's how we got in the final. So
yeah.
I would completely agree. Like, just the season leading up to the grand final was chaotic, to say the least, but just coming out on top, it's a crazy feeling. But, like, besides the grand final and whatnot, I think a highlight for me would probably be some of the relationships that I've made, like, with footy. Like, I've made lifelong mates, and this club, Coorparoo, is like family now to me. So I just love it. Like, every day I love being there. It's irreplaceable.
Highlight for me would definitely probably have to be back-to-back premierships from under-17s. That was probably like my first year playing club, and I was just like gobsmacked to even win a premiership, and then to do it again the next year with Ari as our coach was just so good. So that's probably one of my highlights.
Well, my highlight, I haven't actually played in a team where we've won the premiership yet. It's coming. But probably a highlight for me would be being in the Brisbane Lions Academy, where I can develop my skills and get better as a player.
Now, what does the sport of football mean to all of you, and especially being there, Cooper? I know a couple of you have already mentioned it in that last answer, but I'll get you to just explain, like, what does it mean to all of you?
Yeah, AFL or football to me, I suppose, I don't know, kind of made me finally be able to be myself, which, is a so at 30 years age when I came and played, 31, and I was finally just able to be myself, and I found just a good bunch of girls that I could fit in with, and there was, it's, I don't know, it's a hard one to describe, but it's just so good to be around a lot of these girls. And as Macy said, you've made lifelong friends and they're family, and we know we'd do anything for each other. So that's kind of what, footy means to me. And now seeing the AFLW and having young girls have girls to look up to is kind of, really, really good thing. Just women's sport in general, I suppose, as well. For me, it's just amazing to see how far it's come. So.
Yep. For me, I mean, footy is pretty well my life. I mean, I play it, I coach it, I work for AFL. So just the love for the sport. Like, it's just a game like no other. And, looking forward to training every week, the games, being able to hang out with these girls. It's just so great. And the club makes it even better. It's really family oriented. And it's just a great culture, and I just can't describe how great it is.
I've always been one that's like preferred team sports, whether it was like netball, soccer, basketball, but I don't think I've ever found the kind of like the culture, the mateship, the family that is in footy. Not just because the sport is, and I love the sport, it's an amazing sport as it is, but just what goes behind the scenes, in the background. When you come to training, you're not in the best mood, you've got all your mates there, all your teammates there, and they're all lifting you up. You might be made a mistake out on the field, you've got all your teammates there, they're backing you up, they're lifting you up, they're carrying you. It's a completely different feeling, a different atmosphere that I've seen compared to like other sports. And it's also, it's a breath of fresh air for me from just the problems of life. Getting to training, you don't really have to worry about anything else. You're just there with your mates having a kick, and it's just the best feeling in the world.
I think we can all agree that Coorparoo is not like many other clubs. Like you've all said, we're basically a family, and like we all know that no matter what has happened, we've always got someone at the club that we can talk to about anything that's happened, and like it's just a great way to like get away from all your like troubles at work or whatever's happening.
Yeah, I'd completely agree with everything that's been said, especially what Charlotte said, just the breath of fresh air to be able to come to the club and just know that you've got a whole bunch of people there that have your back, like no matter what. It's just a crazy feeling. And then going out and just that working hard, and we all have a common like thing we want to do. We just want to work hard and play footy and just be there for each other. So that's great, I reckon.
Yeah, probably to agree with Charlotte, just having the like club culture there. It's really good to be able to have footy as an outlet. For me, it is sometimes, but yeah, it's good to have everyone around you just to be there for you.
Now we'll finish on with a couple of light-hearted questions about the team. Firstly, any embarrassing moments on the training track?
See?
I think I make a fool out of myself every day, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of anything specific.
There's embarrassing moments every week, I think.
Yeah. I feel like, yeah.
Trying to think.
Probably when you falcon yourself on the field's always fun.
We've had a game where Kelsey was running for a mark and she ran straight into the goalpost.
Oh,
It's on video. It was pretty funny.
and the whole
Well done, Kels.
They will get ball.
Mate.
Who's the comedian in the team?
Clem.
Clem.
I'll say Bosco.
Clem
Bosco.
and Bosco.
Mel's a bit funny too. She
Oh,
comes out with
Mel.
some good ones.
Yeah, 100%. They never stop.
Yeah. Sweeney, Clem, and Bosco, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, of course, who's the best singer in the team?
Not Bosco.
Not
Abby
singer.
probably thinks she
Love you,
is.
Bosco.
I always think I am. I sing in my car like I'm auditioning for Idol. So, you know.
Nah, you sing during warm-up. Is that you?
Yeah, probably. Who's the best singer? No one probably sings. We haven't done a karaoke night. Maybe we need to do like a Coops Idol. You've given us an idea. Find our best singer.
That's a great idea.
Actually, Mary Ross, I'd say. Mary
Oh,
Ross.
yeah,
is really
Mez.
good.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, Mez.
Yeah, Mez and
Singing in a musical right now. So.
and Maddie. Maddie, who's not. She
Maddie
doesn't
Prothero?
play with us anymore. Yeah,
Yeah.
Maddie Prothero. She's amazing too.
Yeah, Prothero.
Now, any entertainers or dancers in the team?
Abby Reynolds.
Yeah, Abby loves to dance.
Oh, when
Abby
Dance
doesn't
Monkey comes
stop.
on, everyone is just.
Yeah, we're all.
Zina and Isla, they're
Club.
the newbies.
Oh,
They
yeah.
like a dance.
We
Yeah.
can party. Let's just say that we all love a dance.
We gotta.
I know this was obviously it feels like a long time ago, but it's only like 3 months ago. I guess who was running the playlist if you had a pump up song before the game, and what was the first song on it?
Pairs. It
What was
was
the best song?
Valerie
Dance
always came
Dance
on.
Monkey.
Dance Monkey.
From Perry.
Yeah, Pairs.
Monkey.
Dance Monkey and Valerie. They were our
Valerie,
two pump up
yeah.
songs by Amy Winehouse.
She'd be on the table.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. On the strapping table for every game.
I think the whole change room was going off, but we all got amongst it. It was just too good.
Yeah.
Now, during ISO, did you have like any challenges that the team sort of set themselves? And if so, what was the funniest ever challenge?
The songs we made about
The song.
coronavirus.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
song.
Okay.
Yeah, the song. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh, mate.
Oh god.
We had a fair few challenges actually, but
Yeah, we had like a weekly challenge, yeah, so it was good.
Yeah.
The song was definitely up. Yeah, that was hilarious.
May I ask what did any of you have any part, or did anyone have any part of that song?
Yeah, you could either do it in groups or individually. So Ari did a good one.
Nah,
Harry wasn't good.
She can maybe give us a line or two. Hey?
not a chance, not a chance. Yeah.
Now, how was the celebrations like after last year's grand final?
Oh, you can't beat
Stop.
Oh,
That was a good night. Let's just
I
say
was
that.
It was a good night that turned into Mad Monday, let's just say.
Yeah.
I think there were some tattoos post as well.
Yeah.
We
Tom
do. There's
didn't
a few of
sleep.
us. Nope,
Abby,
did not
have
sleep.
you any tattoo?
I do have my King's tattoo. Midlife crisis.
I was too young to get one, otherwise that would have been a bad decision anyway, I reckon. Everyone was a dancer after the grand final. Everyone was a
Oh,
singer.
yeah. Everyone was
We
a
were-
drinker after
yeah.
the grand final.
Even me. We wore our jerseys out and our dangles. It was
Yeah.
it was a pretty good night. Look, it was a bit somber as well because our development team, they lost the grand final, unfortunately, by 2 points. So it was like a bittersweet night. Like they were there obviously getting around us, but you could tell obviously they were hurting as well. So yeah, it's kind of a funny feeling when that happens.
And of course, I've got to finish off with this one last one, which is for everyone that should come out and support the mighty Coorparoo team throughout the season, starting this weekend at Graham Road against Asbury. How can they go about getting involved there at Coorparoo?
Ari?
Well, we've got a great Facebook page, the Coorparoo Women's AFL Team, and our Instagram page, Coorparoo Female AFL. Sally's pretty good at keeping us up to date with what's happening every week where we're playing. So I'd head there, support us from there if you can't get to a game.
Give us a follow.
Yeah.
If you take a photo of us, always use the hashtag GTBAK, which means good to be a king. Took me about 2 years to work out what that was.
You still haven't got it. Great to be a king.
Yeah, great to be a king.
It
Oh,
was grand final day and I finally
Abby, you
knew
learn
what it
one
was.
day. It's okay. Mate, you got it tattooed on you.
no, I didn't get the hashtag.
Oh, you didn't get the hashtag right?
No. What is it? Great to be a king, not good to be a king.
Great to be a king, Abby.
Oh, I've been
it's
telling
great.
everyone good to be a king.
Oh, demoter.
The amount of people that ask, like, what does GT back stand for? You just shrug your shoulders.
Get back.
I don't know either.
Back.
Yeah, get back.
That's what I first thought. Get back. Why are they saying get back?
Well, all six of you, thank you so much for joining. That's all I this weekend. We are right behind the Coorparoo team, and I hope once the Victorian lockdown finishes, hopefully I'll get up to Queensland and support the mighty Coorparoo team. Hopefully in a grand final.
Hopefully. You can watch us
Definitely.
online too. They stream every game, so all the Victorians who can't play, they can watch the mighty Coops play
I don't-
online every week.
Is that through the QAFLW Facebook page?
I don't know if they'll be streaming them anymore.
Oh,
Yeah. But they will
Scratch
be video-
that.
It'll be
Scratch
filmed
that.
and you can watch it later.
Sophie, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
thanks. Bye.
Bye.
And of course, that is the Coorparoo of course, women's football team. Make sure you get out there, Graham Road, if you're in Queensland, to support the mighty Coorparoo team. Of course, it is 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock out there at Graham Road. Of course, make sure you support them against the Hornets this weekend. There's more on the Smash Sport Show right after this. Don't go away.